Lies ahead. In a CNBC exclusive is Tim Boyle, Columbia Sportswear President and CEO. Welcome back, Tim. It's good to have you. Is that what's happening? Are companies like Nike, which did call out outerwear on Friday as a point of strength and cold gear, taking share?
Yeah, I think, Nike's obviously a juggernaut, and, we consider them to be a close friend and a good company and a good neighbor because we're within about a mile of their headquarters here in Portland. And they're a great company. Outerwear for them is a pretty new business, but I think it pales by comparison to the rest of their business, which obviously they dominate the sneaker category.
Sure. But what's it meant for your business, Tim? How would you describe what's been going on with sales and why it's underperformed a little relative to expectations when we are spending so much more time this year outside for safety?
Right. Well, it's been difficult, and we're in a quiet period, so it's tough for me to be too granular about our business today. But, we have a very large international business, and frankly, there are some markets where the stores have been closed for months now, especially in South America. And there are other markets that are open and where business is robust. So, we consider ourselves to be much more than just an outerwear company. We have obviously winter footwear as well. And, so our business is broad across many different categories of merchandise. And, we love it when the weather's cold and our business is quite strong as it relates to outerwear, but it's not exclusively an outerwear business.
If you had come on the show last week, you would have seen behind me a yard full of snow, but it's been a little bit warmer, and so that has melted. And I'm wondering how your weather outlook for this year impacts the business outlook, which B of A said expected low U.S. snowfall was a reason to downgrade your company.
Well, we're much more than a U.S. company. In 2019, and we always like to measure our company against 2019, our sales internationally were about 40% of revenues. So you have to really talk about where in the world weather exists. As an example, in Russia, our business there is quite strong, and it's always cold in Russia. The U.S. business is strong as well. It's a big part of our business. But Europe, they're having a terrific snow year this year. They're having a difficult time with the virus closing ski areas, and obviously some retail locations are closed. So, it's a combination of where weather exists and where it happens and where in the world we have stores open. So, it's a difficult year this year to predict what will happen. What we rely on, frankly, is the strength of our balance sheet to be able to make it through periods of time when it's uncertain, and we know we'll be one of the survivors.
You've also seen some strength in your e-commerce business, like so many other retailers, Tim. I know double-digit gains in the last few periods. Do those sales ever come back to stores once people do get vaccines? How do you think about the transition that consumers are making with so much activity happening online?
Right. Well, I think that there's going to be room for stores. And, we always thought that perhaps the e-commerce business would end up being, 20-30% of the total revenues for the company, but it's probably a little bit larger than that. But we consider our own e-commerce business as well as the e-commerce business that's owned by the bulk of our customers. Our strongest customers all have a very significant position in digital commerce, and so I think consumers will start to come back to stores as they can. We certainly see traffic where we have confident consumers being very interested in coming and touching and trying on merchandise and observing it in a physical location. But it'll probably be over time a much more robust digital business for all of us, frankly.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.